Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a little throwback Thursday kind of video by going through some of my old photography and seeing how I have progressed or maybe not progressed as much over the years. But before I do that, I just want to say we're at 70 subscribers, and even though that might be little for some, I set myself a challenge of reaching 100 by June, and it's only the 1st of April. So I think if I keep this up and you guys still enjoy the videos, I think we might get there, and that is just awesome to think about, so thank you. I've got my London trip from my 6th form up on my laptop, and this was one of the first like proper photography trips I went on. I think I lost my phone on the train on the way back. Yeah, it was a pretty fun day. We went all around London. I think we went into a museum or two, or art gallery even. And I do remember getting some shots that I was proud of back then. So I'm excited to see what they look like, because it has been a while since I've looked back at these images. I think this is when I had my nifty 50 and I shot everything on like 1.8 or 2.8, because that was when I thought, you know, only the pros shoot fully wide open. This image of the gentleman walking is just a terrible, terrible shot. And the next one that I got of him, he is fully side-eyeing me. Another shot of my teacher. I actually like this one, and this one where he's kind of looking at the class. I think I prefer this one a bit more with the people walking behind him. I've always liked to center my subjects, so maybe that's something I need to reflect on and think about changing, because I feel like all my shots are starting to look the same. I remember posting this one. I thought this was really cool. I do remember posting these two images. Not sure why. I'm not a fan of either of them anymore. Quite generic. You can see my whole photography mindset was shooting for social media, which I'm trying to definitely get away from. Every single image I've taken, or at least 90% of them, are portraits. And there's nothing wrong with shooting portrait if the composition requires you to shoot portrait. But I was purely shooting it because I wanted to post it on Instagram, and I just don't like that. This one of the statues is pretty fun, but you can see like someone's feet in the background and some chairs. I do remember taking a portrait in the Apple market. I'll get it up now. This I was really proud of at the time anyway, because I was 2 feet away from this poor guy, and I hid my camera behind my friend's head. I do like the bokeh. I do like how close and intimate it is. It kind of feels like you're there with him. I'm not so sure if I like this shot anymore, but I do remember it was the highlight of my trip. We've got some self-portraits, and I don't even know if I want to talk about these. I mean, look at that. Just after lockdown, or I think this was during lockdown, I got really into Jaden Smith and his Sire album. The aesthetic and everything, I was just listening to the same song, Icon, over and over and over and over again. And I just loved the whole pink aesthetic and the pink sunset aesthetic. So I went out and did, again, a little self-portrait shoot. I mean, it was lockdown, so I didn't really have anyone else to do it with. And I got this. It's terrible, but I do like how it reminds me of that era. It is a little bit nostalgic. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. We just came out of lockdown, so I reached out to a friend. You can see how I'm still very influenced by the Sire aesthetic. Got some fashion-y shots. This is when I was entering the fashion era as well, so I was trying to focus on the clothings. And I got this image of him in the grass, but I didn't like how you could see the road, and I think the brick wall on the side was closing off like a construction site. So I did some editing and ended up with something like this. Now this was pre-AI. This was the clone stamp tool. I faked the sky as well. I loved how this turned out when I first took it. It is nothing like my style now. Just looking at it feels so weird that I took this, but I remember how proud I was. Like this was my peak. I remember thinking, this is great. My editing's on point. The colors are on point. It's so saturated now that I look back at it, but wow. I think 2021 is when I started to really focus on street photography. Looks like we are off to a strong start. And everything is in portrait. Why is everything in portrait? I want to find an image that I like from this day, and then I want to edit it. I might go with this shot. Unfortunately, I don't have the edited version because I don't think I even edited it at the time, but I will put up the way I would edit it now. Let me know if you think I saved it or if I did not. We got to the end of 2021. I would like to do a part 2 to this. Tell me if you think I have improved over the years, if you know my photography. If you don't, my Instagram and everything is linked below, so drop me a follow on there. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Looking forward to making more videos. Till next time.